Good morning, fellow historians. Welcome back to another episode of Documenting History. The purpose of this video is to record a small snippet of news for future generations to enjoy. All right, we're listening to 880 WCBS radio, which is in its final days. About a week and a half left to go before they turn over and change to a new format. Let's get into it.
Emergency exits to crack down on fare evaders. The city.nyc reports documents show by the end of next year, the MTA will spend more than $35 million to employ 1,000 unarmed guards. Fare evasion and toll evasion cost the MTA an estimated to $700 to $800 million a year. The MTA says at stations where the security guards have been posted already, fare evasion has dropped by as much as 30%. The NYPD is also cracking down more. Summonses for evading subway and bus fares are up 9% from last year. Michael Wallace, WCBS 880 News.
WCBS News Time 7:16. Hundreds of New York City street vendors will march to City Hall this morning to demand City Council action on the Street Vendor Reform Platform. That's a package of bills designed to provide a regulated, predictable, enforceable system for New York's smallest businesses. We spoke to Mohammed Atiyah, the managing director of Street Vendors Project.
Street vendors are the smallest businesses in New York City, and for decades now, they have been dealing with an inequitable system, criminalizes them, a system that makes it difficult and sometimes impossible for a lot of the vendors to run their business in a lawful way.
The bills seek to reduce criminal liability for general and mobile food vendors and create a division of street vendor assistance within NYC Small Business Services. The rally in March, scheduled to kick off at 10:30 at Union Square.
Now sponsored by Riverside Memorial Chapels at 718. It's traffic and weather together on the 8th with some hot spots this morning. From Chopper 880, here he is, Jim Feldman.
One of those hot spots happens to be the inbound side of the George Washington Bridge, Paul. It's just volume as you're making your way across the upper level. Give yourself an extra 25, maybe even pushing a half an hour now at the inbound side. You're looking at delays inbound at the Lincoln Tunnel. That's going to be about a 15-minute ride. 15 minutes also inbound at the Holland, Staten Island, Arizona Bridge on the upper level. That's a crash. You've got at least one lane that is blocked, and also Brooklyn down on the upper level. You've got emergency activity responding to that crash.
Sorry about the glare. I said Blair. This is so annoying. I said Blair instead of glare.
42nd Street, you've got a crash involving an SUV and a bus, and it's a couple of lanes right now that are blocked with that. Pretty good throughout Jersey. Garden State Parkway is looking pretty good. A nice ride on 287. Turnpike Eastern or Western spurs are all A-okay. Some trouble, however, in Westchester on the northbound side of the Sprainburg Parkway, right in that area of Jackson Avenue. You do have a broken down vehicle. It is on the shoulder, but just be careful as you're getting through that. Heavy delays, though, continue in Rockland County on the northbound side of the New York State Thruway as you're making your way past the Garden State Parkway connector and all the way into the area of exit 14B in Airmont. That is just volume as far as we can tell. One lane might be blocked, but still a very, very slow ride there. Maybe if you can get off and get onto and use Route 59 heading west through Rockland County. Northern State Parkway on the westbound side, some delays continue as you're getting into exit 35, though the truck that was there has been cleared out of the way. I'm Jim Feldman at Chopper 880.
Riverside Memorial Chapel is pleased to offer a free 24-hour candle for those who are observing a yard site. It's available at our chapel at 76th Street and Amsterdam Avenue. Just stop by and pick it up 24/7.
Let's check in now. Get the latest on the forecast with WCBS Chief Meteorologist Craig Allen.
One thing I'm noticing besides the sunshine is just how hazy it is once again, and that's a lot of smoke from those Canadian wildfires, Western Canadian wildfires especially, but coming down over the Great Lakes and now covering most of the Northeast. Again, it's not as thick as what we went through last year, but it's pretty obvious. It shows up very well on satellite pictures here, and you can look up and you can see that the sky is not necessarily blue right now. It's got a very hazy appearance. 84 to 88, though. It's still a warm afternoon. Slight chance of a thunderstorm in one or two spots for the late afternoon hours, and fair and mild for tonight, about 70. Tomorrow, sun giving way to clouds. It is a warm 84 to 88 again. The weekend, not as warm, but it will be more humid. Highs up around 80, and both days will have a shower or thunderstorm threat over the course of the weekend. It's currently 68 degrees, humidity 73%, and a northwest wind at 6.
Craig, thanks. The Odyssey Lottery recap is presented by Jackpocket with the Powerball at $35 million now, and the Mega Millions is at $464 million bucks. You can order official state lottery games on your phone, you know. You must be 18 or older to play, and if you or someone you know has a gambling problem.
So I'm not sure what WCBS 880 is going to be. What's the new format? I'm going to be interested in reading, maybe Googling it later on, what it's going to be.
To get to the next batter, last night in Chicago, the White Sox walked Juan Soto to get the Judge. The result, a disaster for the Chi Sox. 3-0. Judge drives it, deep left field, way back and gone. Goodbye. On a 3-0 pitch, Judge lasers home run number 300. The fastest ever to hit that mark, and blows this one wide open in the eighth. Emmanuel Barbari with the call on WFAN, part of the Yankees' 10-2 rout over Chicago. The Yankees with the day off, they remain a half game ahead of Baltimore for first place in the AL East as the Orioles beat the Nationals. As for the Mets, they stay 2 games behind the Braves for the third wild card spot in the NL. The Mets beat the A's 9-1, while Atlanta topped San Francisco 13-2. Pete Alonso and Francisco Lindor with home runs for New York. Series finale today, Jose Quintana to start on WCBS 880, first pitch at 1:10, and Vikings quarterback J.J. McCarthy will miss the upcoming season because of knee surgery. Jerry Recco, WCBS 880 Sports.
And as we just heard in sports last night, Mets beat the A's 9-1. Let's look at what we learned. Sponsored by the College of New Jersey, here's Pat McCarthy.
Well, we learned that the Mets can indeed hit with runners in scoring position, and last night's victory against the Athletics, the Mets went 6 for 11 with runners in scoring position. We also learned that walks can kill. The Mets capitalized on 3 walks to start the 7th inning by throwing up a 6 spot to bust open the ballgame. Those are our lessons of the game, brought to you by my alma mater, the College of New Jersey. TCNJ offers a top-notch education at a public college price point. Learn more and register for an open house at tcnj.edu. Tune in to the PPAT Gladstone Bank Market Report Monday mornings at 7.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on my commute to work as we listen to WCBS 880 News Radio for the mission of recording history for future generations. And we'll see you on the next episode.